Good afternoon, and at least from my point of view, happy to report a sunny day here in PHANG, Thailand. Not the same for the people in the Philippines, with an approaching, well, it was a typhoon coming out of the northwest Pacific, now upgraded to a super typhoon. Let's go to the latest news, and we go to Associated Press. And the story says nearly 1 million people evacuate as Super Typhoon Fung Wong threatens the Philippines. This video with the typhoon still hours away, showing some of the intense winds along the east coast of the Philippines. I'll show you on the map in just a moment. And the story says Super Typhoon Fung Wong, the biggest storm to threaten Philippines this year, started battering the country's northeastern coast ahead of landfall this afternoon, knocking down power, forcing the evacuation of nearly 1 million people and prompting the defence chief to warn many others to evacuate to safety. And just to get an idea of the size of it, Fung Wong, which could cover 2/3 of the Southeast Asian archipelago with its 1,600 kilometre wide rain and wind band, is approaching from the Pacific while the Philippines is still dealing with the devastation wrought by Typhoon Maggie, and that left at least 224 people dead in the central island provinces on Tuesday last week. It also pummeled Vietnam, where at least 5 people were killed. Not surprisingly, the president's declared a state of emergency due to the extensive devastation caused last week by Maggie and the expected calamity from Fung Wong. We note that it's called Uwon in the Philippines. And it says that Fung Wong, with winds of up to 185 kilometres per hour and gusts of up to 230, and further down there, is expected to track northward and make landfall on the coast of Aurora or Isabela province later today or early Monday. And just so you can get your bearings, we can see Thailand there in the middle, and then over to the right we've got the Philippines archipelago and Fung Wong very close to making landfall there in the northeast of the Philippine Islands. Now, it's actually heading for quite a heavily populated area, and if we just select, this is on wind speeds at the moment, and we can see even at the moment the winds exceeding 140 kilometres an hour. Now, this area where it's projected to track through is quite a populated area. And at the moment, while missing a direct hit with Manila, which is down here, it'll be heading through these two densely populated areas and then hopefully weakening by the time it gets to this Dagupan city. Going back to Venture Sky, and we'll select the precipitation map showing the amount of water, and this is probably the most disturbing part of this, apart from the high winds, also carrying a lot of water which it's been gathering whilst it's been crossing the northern Pacific. Now that's where it is at 1 o'clock Thai time today. If we project through to 4 o'clock and then to 7 o'clock tonight, we can see it's going to make landfall around about 7 o'clock tonight Thai time, and a lot of red, and that's showing a lot of rain. We go back to the projected wind speeds, and it will be packing a lot of punch into those coastal towns, and there will be a lot of devastation expected. Now, just zooming out again and checking the region, we can see that it's projected to then head northwest and then north into the area between China and Taiwan. So unlikely, according to these maps, that it's going to have any direct effect on Thailand's weather, even Vietnam for that matter. But as it does cross over the Philippines and it keeps on heading northwest through the South China Sea, it could rebuild its strength, and as it heads towards the Chinese coast and Taiwan, might even rebuild in strength, causing problems for those areas early next week. So certainly thoughts for the people in the Philippines who are facing this particular calamity, but there has been a lot of warning, and hopefully everybody's hunkered down for what's going to be a very difficult 24 hours ahead. Thank you for watching this afternoon. We'll keep you up to date as best we can. Please subscribe to the channel, and we'll speak to you next time.